Hello everyone, welcome to Demelo Universe. I am Vel Astri. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a reading for Libra season. We are already in Libra season and the energies are already shifting to quite, I feel positive. I feel a newness around. I feel you really being able to see physical evidence of the work you have done within. I feel a positive change of events, a beautiful plot twist season where things just work out in your favor. I feel it is a breath of fresh air for many of us, especially as we enter October. I'll also do a monthly reading for October this week. But for now, let's see what Libra, this beautiful energy of Libra, justice Libra, as within without, this balancing energy, everything working out truly within your alignment. And I feel the energies are it's very much that. It's a season where the Libra energies are they're behaving very Libra-like. If that makes sense. This is just how it works this season. And if you tap into your truth, that is what you're going to really experience. And I also feel a surrender energy coming through, an acceptance of what is. It does not mean that things aren't going to get better. Yes, things are getting better. And it's simply, I feel Spirit saying you are on the right path. And as things are right now, as it is, it's because you believe that right now you should be at a specific other place, or you had a very different vision of what it would look like right now, how you would look like, or where the situations would be right now, that you almost keep yourself in lack because you define your surroundings as lackful, as opposed to your surroundings being exactly where you need to be as you now transition to more. So I feel it's that kind of acceptance of what is. It's you're almost restless, trying or believing that something must have changed or something should have been, as opposed to you fully resting in this current energy, knowing that it's flowing to more. And I feel it's a season where we are finally feeling quite centered with the energies that are happening around us. So without further ado, let's see, Spirit, what do we receive this Libra season? Opportunity, all of these, yep. Solitude, truth. Okay. Didn't expect to pull so many, but Spirit said we are having 3. And from the angels, what would the angels like to tell us? Your angels, your guardian angels, the archangels, from the angelic realm, a message from the angelic realm. And this is the angelic realm from all dimensions, all universes. The angelic realm is so vast, actually. I've been connecting with so many other angels from different multiverses and other universes, and very powerful beings, and they're all here assisting us as we ascend. So for the angels, from the angels, for the angels here on earth as well, but from the angels, what do we receive? Okay. From the angelic realm. The 8 of abundance. Okay. We shall look at that just now. Opportunity. Libra season is full of opportunities, full of things to look forward to, experiences, offers, blessings, relationships. It is a very, I feel, potential-filled energy, and it's simply up to you to align your energies to receive it And again, as you see, these trees in the foreground are in the dark. You can't see them. Spirit's really saying, stop looking so closely at the trees. Stop looking so closely at what's happening around you. It's not a proper guide to what's coming up ahead. You see, it's in dark, so you can't read the details of the trees to foresee ahead. You can't read the details of your current life situation to foretell ahead, to foresee ahead. Release that. Center within. Your energy within is the best guide, the best key to what is occurring ahead, because everything is matching the energy within. So release the worry, release the concern, release the anxiety, release the restlessness. Really just know that things are working out. You are doing beautifully. I really feel Spirit saying you are really doing so beautifully well. It has been troubling times. I also feel with this, the trees being dark, it has felt like dark times around you. And as much as, yes, you have done well to ground your energies, to release the toxic energies, you have a beautiful space you're in, and you're really in a good place. Some of you have really done well to align your energies. It still is very... You've been through a lot. It's been quite a lot of energies you've had to deal with, a lot of toxicity, a lot of past healing. It's been a heavy, long, painful journey. And Spirit's saying it's over now, and you're done now with that energy. And the darkness is not now meant to give you suffering. It's not for that kind of lesson. The unknowable energy now is for the miracles that lie ahead. It's time for you to receive beautiful opportunities from all the lessons you have learned, from all the trials and tribulations, because you have successfully completed your karmic lessons and your karmic cycles. That is why the energy feels a bit confusing at this time, or you feel a little bit, even if you have really done a lot of the beautiful work to clear your energies and to center, you're feeling slightly not at ease some days. You feel a little bit, I won't say disoriented, a little bit, just out of focus. And Spirit's saying it's simply you shifting out of these old cycles and crystallizing into the new energy. But for you to know there are opportunities ahead for you. This Libra season is littered with blessings and good news and great positive outcomes in your favor. You simply need to align to you, and the new moon and full moon energies are very powerful this season. So set your intentions within the full moon and allow for beautiful, bountiful manifestations in the full moon as you release all that no longer serves you, and really focus on that which is true within your heart, true within your soul space, true within your truth, Really be in your truth this season, and take action on that which brings you joy and passion. Don't postpone to you, don't delay to you. Really step forward into your power, into your existence. The physical world is compatible with you now, so it is responsive to you now. So it's really going to reflect the energy and the effort you are giving out. It's not that stagnant delay kind of energy. The energies are manifesting at a quicker pace. It's a very the energy is very alive, is what I'm feeling. The air is very alive with magic, and you are able to really manifest that which is true to your heart this season. So it's imperative that you really step your best foot forward and do that which brings you joy and passion, and go for gold. There are energies to assist you manifest, to support you. There's great abundance here for you now. Solitude. Okay, I'm getting a couple messages of this one. Beautiful cards, one of my favorites. Oh, the colors are just so beautiful. Solitude. Okay, the first message I'm receiving is that a lot of you have been in this space, this tranquility, this solitude. You have released a lot of people from your experience. You have released a lot of distractions. everything that did not serve you, that did not resonate with you, was released, because you knew that you had to come into the fullness, the finding of yourself. You needed to almost create your own little island, your own little cave, your own little sanctuary, in order for you to really flow and discover the waters of you, discover the depths of you, without any other interference, without other people's fears, other people's insecurities, even other people's journeys, even beautiful beings around you who are doing the work. You just didn't want to. You are at this point where you understand everybody's on their own journey, and yes, you're all together, but the journey to one's soul is one's own journey. Be a light unto yourself, as Buddha says, and it's this taught, yes, and it's this kind, and probably still teaches the energy. All the energies are still alive and awakened and powerful, of course. So it is this you really centering and coming into your own inner sanctuary. And Spirit is saying, because of this work you have done, because it has not been easy. It has not been easy to intentionally and cognitively close yourself off. Release everything else. Release people. Even those you know have done nothing to you, but simply just the energies they're in right now were not compatible with you, or that you just knew that your energy grid had to be clear. Spirit brings me a memory rather, of that in times of old, we used to go into caves, or we used to go into the mountains on our own, to connect and to gather information and to crystallize, and then after months, sometimes years, would then return to the village completely transformed, as now we've received the new energies, the new codes. Even our physical vessels would have evolved to honor the newness of us and would literally come back anew. But we had to be in that isolation so that the energies would be pure and not concern ourselves with other people's opinions, other people's expectations, not put other people, factor in other people when it comes to the receiving of your energies. And in this lifetime, some people still do that, but in this lifetime, we have already learned the lessons of being in solitude in the mountains and the caves and etc. So now it was time for us to learn the art of creating the solitude within the busyness of urban life, within the busyness of family, the busyness of chaos. It is being able to find stillness and solitude in all spaces, in all places, by allowing yourself the no, and not feeling guilty for saying no, and not feeling guilty for setting healthy boundaries. It was the lesson now to be with those people around you, but then to also release them and to set healthy boundaries and allow them their own reaction to you as you choose you. The lesson was for you to choose you, no matter what the feeling or the conflict was within, or in the external. And Spirit says this was quite a big lesson for all of you. One, it was for you to really release everything so that you can really see the truth of you, so that you could really come into the crystallization of you, because many of you had never actually spent any time alone. You would grow up with your families, and then you'd go to school with friends, and then you'd go to perhaps university or college or art school, or start work immediately. Whatever it is, you're already in another community, living with people, maybe sharing a flat, sharing an apartment, sharing a house, and then all of a sudden you're dating, and then you move in with your relationship, and then none of you had really had a time of what happens, even with lockdown, what happens if you're simply alone for an extended period of time, where you simply have no other person's energy influencing you, no guilt, no expectation, you simply doing what you want for a year out of your life. And Spirit is almost saying, is that too much to ask for yourself, to spend time for yourself, to honor yourself? It was to finally place yourself as number one, to finally see yourself in your truth. And for those who have done this, a lot of us have, but I feel this is specifically for a few of you who have really you've really been on your own. I feel a great sense of solitude. There is a manifestation coming through because finally you've seen yourself in your clarity of this full moon. You've finally understood the sacredness of you, the sacredness of your energy. You're a powerful empath. So in the past, you used to just give your energy freely, loving people because you love their souls, but not understanding or taking into account that they haven't awakened. So as much as you fall in love with the soul, they are not acting from the soul space. They are still acting from the mind. And you tend to override the mind because when you speak to them, you speak to the soul. And that was the folly. So you kept getting hurt by these people because they were still operating from the mental, from the third egoic, even though you would see the soul and you would form relationships with the soul, not only what the person was presenting. And it needed to now release that so that you could come into your truth and realize, but you create from the soul. And it's time for you to only really experience people who have done the work to align to their own souls too. It's time for you to come into your own experiences with your own frequencies, with your own likened energy. So a manifestation coming to you in the sense of people, new beautiful companions, beautiful soulmates, beautiful community coming through. Finally, people who you can relate to because you are very different and you feel how different you are, you feel how unique you are, and you sort of see how all these years you were trying to fit in when you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to be your truth, and in that truth attract beings who you co-create with, not necessarily need to bend to. And so this brings a manifestation of community, of a healing in new relationships coming through, and also in abundance for you. Finally, you're creating from a clear, purified essence of you, and thus you're now going to experience these beautiful opportunities opening up at this time in Libra season, where finally you are finally seeing your power, and it's bringing a beautiful, so that's beautiful sacred sanctuary you have created for yourself is now going, that energy is going to be free out into the world, and you're going to now almost create little pockets of sanctuaries in your everyday experiences. So your relationships are little mini sanctuaries. The beautiful opportunities opening up for you are little sanctuaries, all emitting a different experience of emotion, love, happiness, excitement, adventure, depending on the manifestation, depending on the energies which are co-creating with you at that time. Another message I'm receiving is these opportunities that are coming in is going to bring a sense of solitude. You're going to have a sense of ease, finally. A lot of you have been stressed financially, stressed with relationships, just a lot happening in your lives where you haven't really been able to be at ease, always feeling tense, always feeling agitated. And it's time for you to find a sense of peace within you, a sense of peace within your spaces. So even if maybe you're not this is for those who have been with a lot of people around you, you haven't really had that time alone, you're going to come into that sense of solitude, even if you're in a large family, even if you have a lot of people around you at this time or at any time, you're going to feel a great sense of ease and solitude, bringing a peace to you. It's not a loneliness. You don't feel lonely. You finally feel whole. It's you coming back to yourself, that you finally allow your existence. You feel present. You feel alive. You feel current. You feel here. You feel present on earth, as opposed to feeling washed out and diluted amongst the masses. A very peaceful, tranquil energy returning to you. I feel you feeling very at ease with yourself this Libra season. And truth here, I feel a lot of your spiritual ancestors here, your past on loved ones with this message, I feel your spirit guides with this message. As you can see here, with this beautiful energy here of Mother Earth Gaia, and here in the clouds here, there's another face over there. Tiny, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. This little face is also another guide. And I feel your spiritual team is with you, really with you. And this is you. And it has been all this journey, all this desert around you. It's been dry, it's been challenging. But look, you have grown and you are strong and you are thriving. And you are going to now really see the truth of your strength, the truth of your resilience. You're going to really understand how strong you are. I feel a lot of you don't know how strong you are. You think that you've almost, you're failing, like you're not doing things right. You feel you're quite frustrated with yourselves and you push in so hard on yourselves and you think that you should have done so much more, that you haven't done enough and that things aren't going well. And Spirit's saying you are not understanding just how strong you are with all of the challenges, with all of the darkness, with all of the lack, with all of the dryness around you. You have thrived, you have grown, you have succeeded where others would have failed, you have endured where others would have given up, and Spirit's saying it's time for you to see the truth of your power, the truth of your nature, the truth of your strength, and it's coming through almost as an empowerment. You're really going to come to understand the truth of your soul, how you were able to survive this while others would have not been able to, how you were able to endure all of the pain, endure all of the suffering while others would have not been able to cope, because the truth of your soul is now going to really be experienced. You're going to really understand the power you are, the beauty you are within as well as without. You're really going to see the strength within, and your guides and your beautiful spiritual team are with you, and I feel they are whispering truths about you to you. So you are going to have these revelations, these moments of aha moments, but randomly and unexpectedly. You're going to just have this truth, and it's not a truth about the ascension or creation or human. It's not about what's happening in the world. This is a truth specifically for you. These are truths to do with you. It's like personalized truths for you and you alone. Obviously in your knowing you will create for everyone, so it's not that sense of alone, but in the sense that you are, if you can imagine, these are soul mates and energies you have reincarnated with in past lives and you have long forgotten, and some of these are from different realms, different dimensions. So and in this earth journey we had to forget quite a lot about us in order for us to be able to resonate with this energy, to remain here. We were very high frequency beings, and you had to release a lot of energy in order for you to come here to assist in this raising of the frequency. And so there are these beautiful beings from your past lives, long before Earth. We tend to forget that humanity is a very young species, very young. This whole human consciousness is incredibly young. It's like a sapling, not even. The seed has just barely sprouted. That's how young humanity is, as opposed to the very ancient being you are. And so your sacred soul tribe beings who have been with you for millions and billions of life cycles are coming through whispering little truths about you. You're actually this. You can actually do this. Ooh, if you actually did this, this would happen. You showed me this one day. One day I was with you and we were in the Milky Way and we were busy creating stars and dancing with the unicorns, and then you did this. Little things like that. You're just going to be having these nuggets of random truths about you, and they assist you because they manifest, these beautiful gifts manifest differently here in the earth realm. Perhaps when you were in the Milky Way dancing with the unicorns, when you did your magic, a star was born. But that same energy translated here manifests abundance, manifests relationship, manifests healing. You know, it brings a different energy. Its form takes a different shape here on earth. So that is what's happening. You're receiving these beautiful truths about you, which are assisting you along your path so that you really understand the strength you are. It's time for you to really come into the clarity of the kind of being, the soul you are. And for some of you, this really runs deep to, for some of you, it's as easy as it's not as easy, but rather it's as more simple and not less. Understand when I'm saying these simple, higher, has nothing to do with good or bad or greater or less. It's not egoic here. This is simply the intensity of what you would experience, is basically what I'm referring to. All of the beautiful things you are is unique and powerful. And that is the greatest teachings we're here. Humanity is incredibly young. However, we're here to teach them that they are just as powerful as everything. So if you can imagine if it's a this giant, wise, beautiful elephant, this huge, wise, old, ancient elephant speaking to a newborn chick cracked from the egg and saying, you are just as powerful as I am. Truly, if you understand that, and you have all the capabilities that I do, because we're all one and you can literally do everything. That's the beauty of you being here, except you can do it your own way. And that is what's beautiful, because then with all this experience that I learned, that I know, you born right now can teach me so much. That's the beauty and the beautiful, exquisite design of this existence, of existing. And so some of you, it's as simple as you relearning or remembering new artistic abilities, creative abilities, or something from your childhood reawakening and you remembering it, and now you're ready now to finally take the steps towards it. While for others, it goes as intense or as deep as you are really you are learning ancient magic and ancient healings from past lives, ancient past lives. So it can be the healings of Egypt, the healings of Atlantis, the healings of Lemuria. Some of you already are doing that now, as I also do with the work that I do, but it's getting even more. It's getting more. Some of you are just going to awaken to these energies. Those of you who already have these energies, they're getting even deeper. It's even more. There's much more. You've just scratched the surface. And then for some of you, it's even teachings beyond even earth. It is sacred, ancient energies, which I even can't really fathom from this point of reading, because it's so unique to you, and it's you, and it's only you would be able to understand it, and only you would be able to know it, and then by you performing or creating it or manifesting it, would I be able to experience it and then understand it from my own experiencing of it. But otherwise, it's something that is so advanced. A few of you are going to wake up to very advanced ways of being, telepathy, astral projection, but like in a different way. It's very interesting energy here. Okay, and the angels here now, bringing a message of the Eight of Abundance. This is a time of learning and honing your skills, a beautiful resonance to what we've already received, right? You may feel inspired to go back to school, take seminars on topics that fascinate you, or educate yourself on the healing arts. This is a good time to change jobs or make a career move. The key to success is in the details. Monitor your projects carefully. Oh yes, you're simply coming into really being inspired and into going into the path that brings you joy, the path that excites you, the path that brings you passion. And your angels really want you to, however it manifests. Some of you, yes, will be taking seminars. Some of you, yes, will be going back to school. Some of you will simply be receiving from your guides through channeling, through the tarot, through however. I receive a lot of my own personal abilities and healing and mentorship from the guides directly, and they're very specific about that. Whenever I've thought, oh, maybe if I can do this course, like, no. What if I do that course? No. What? No. And it's like, why? We teach you. So I'm having this almost a private schooling from my collective, because I am not from this realm, I'm not from this dimension, I'm not from this universe. So the teachings in this realm, as much as they are abundant and helpful, will not assist me. I need to learn from my own personal spiritual elders and teachers from my realm. And some of you are going to experience that, and the angels want you to be open to receiving their guidance, be open to receiving, learning these truths from your spiritual team. And for some of you, yes, it's going to manifest in physical courses, physical tutorials, etc. And it's time for you to really take action on that which brings you joy. If you've been wanting to leave your job and try something new, it's time. You've been wanting to change careers, it's time. It's time for you to honor you this beautiful Libra season, because the physical wants to honor you, is ready to honor you, because you've shifted to an energy of authenticity, where the energies of abundance are alive, are awakened when you are at your truth. No longer in the egoic separation, no longer in the lessering and the hatred and the suffering. Those are old energies now. And the more you practice being authentic, and the more you practice really following your intuitive promptings, the more you are going to learn the new energies of this reality. We have shifted realities. The laws of attraction, the laws of creation are different. They're no longer the same as the teachings of old. So I feel for some of you, Spirit really wants you to shift your focus from receiving information from this realm and starting to release it, not in an arrogance to think I can't learn from anything. It's simply that the books and the videos and the courses and the spiritual practices were to awaken you. Now that you're awakened, it's time for you to receive from your home collective. And so the beautiful teachings here, as much as they're lovely, they don't serve you. You keep altering, you keep searching, you keep ever changing. Nothing is really, it's working, it's beautiful, it's full, but it's not true to you. You are still using the external as opposed to you receiving from your internal compass, and that alone being where you receive your guidance. This is not for everyone. I just feel Spirit saying for one or two of you, because I know for me it was very awkward when I felt that change happen, because there were certain people I used to enjoy listening to meditations to. There were certain books and authors I enjoyed reading, and all of a sudden it felt almost off to go and pick up a book. It felt off, and I didn't understand why. And I realized, well, I'm receiving information 24/7, literally, and this is the information from Galactic Center, from your galactic hub, from your guides, from your ancestors, from your higher self, directly receiving from the Akashic records. And that is information that's you required for you on your journey here on Earth. And you'll be inspired to different energies or different things maybe to reference to here on Earth, but it's the bulk of your knowledge will come from your higher realms. While others, absolutely, you'll feel inspired to do a course, do that course. You'll feel inspired to do that tutorial, do that tutorial. You'll feel inspired to go and learn that degree, do it. It's neither path is lesser or greater. It's simply the path that aligns to you, because authenticity is the key to your creative power, to your abundance now. And it's important that you start to practice the art of creating from authenticity. because for the many years here on earth, we have been creating within the absence of us. Okay, pull some tarot. Very powerful Libra energies. A very beautiful season. And there we see it there. Queen of Pentacles, Spirit just confirming more and more and more what we're receiving. Knowing your worth, knowing your value, receiving that which honors your truth, being stable within your worth, being stable within the understanding of your value, and only wanting to receive that which is worthy of you, which is aligned to you, which is authentic and true to you, and no longer settling for anything else. Oh, this is a beautiful energy. And look at how it's under opportunity and solitude, this tranquil energy of abundance within your opportunities and within the solitude of your sacred space of you. And look at this, the Magician. Oh wow, I love the energies, and I love how Spirit is just confirming what we have received. And here again, the Nine of Swords. You see, releasing the dark, releasing what you're seeing, releasing the worry. Stop thinking that, oh goodness, things aren't working out, I should have done better. Spirit's saying you have done beautifully well. Okay, and I love how the Wheel of Fortune knocked opportunity right down to show just how powerful these beautiful energies are. Here you are under the truth, King of Swords, really receiving clarity, receiving truths from Spirit, from your guides, from your higher self, being empowered within your truth and your wisdom. And then look at that, the Wheel of Fortune, of opportunity, knocking over opportunity, and under the Eight of Abundance, good fortune returning to you as you invest and nurture you. Okay, so here we see, as you've already been receiving here, the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, this is you knowing your worth, knowing your value. This is you honoring the truth of you. This is you and feeling this beautiful sacredness. This is you. See, finally you've tended to you. You've released everybody else around you. You're holding yourself in your lap. You're holding your worth. You're holding yourself like a newborn baby, and you're cherishing you. You're loving you. You're caring for you. You are allowing your wants and needs. You're not feeling guilty for doing you. And you spend this time nurturing and loving and finally honoring you. All the love which you didn't have in your childhood, all the experiences of self-joy, of self that you were denied in your upbringing, or perhaps in your childhood, or perhaps in your young adult years, or just in your life in general, where you were just displacing yourself, discrediting yourself, not allowing yourself love. You have taken the time to really come into this beautiful experience, and these opportunities now honor that, and the opportunities also allow you to spend more time in this beautiful understanding of your worth, and you nurturing, and this is you protecting your energy. Finally, you're not letting anybody just come into your space. You are very protective about you for a change, and guiltlessly so, and you're very protective of your energy, no matter who it is, no matter who it was, who it is in your life. They're not allowed to come and Spirit's really saying, take a dump on your life, on your lap, and then say clean it up. They're not allowed to do that. You used to tolerate a lot. You used to tolerate a lot from a lot of people which did not serve you, and they tricked you, and you tricked yourself into believing it was love. And that is why you had this sacred time to understand, no, you are worthy and deserving of so much more. And now you are ready to really understand just how profound and how powerful, and how you don't know how powerful you are. And I feel this Libra season, you're really going to see it, not only in the ways in which you have discovered now, but literally as the frequency is echoed, is reflected back to you from the physical, you're really going to be astounded and taken aback by the powerful magician you are. Because you are the magician, you are magic. Here you are powerful, you're beautiful, and it's time for you. Number one, it's time for new beginnings within you. It's time for your time. It's time for the physical to honor you. It's time for you to create all the abundance, all the love that you want. It's time for you. It's your world. your world. And that's why I feel the solitude, this beautiful solitude and tranquility, which you were able to hone within, where you were able to really master. You're now using that to weave your spell, to weave your creations. And so now every single thing you're experiencing feels like home to you, surprising you, blessing you, spontaneous and amazing, an adventure, but it feels like home. You no longer feel fearful, you no longer feel doubtful, you no longer feel threatened, you no longer mistrust because humanity or this earth, because you have been hurt and betrayed so much that it's difficult for you to trust now and open up again. But now Spirit is saying, simply being, everything works in your well-being. It's time, and you know this very well. You know that centering within your well-being all is your well-being, but you're going to now experience it, and it's going to surprise you how when you go to places, doors open up for you. When you go into a place where maybe people in the past have had a bad experience, you're having the time of your life because the energies simply shift to you. Thus is the power of your creative energy and essence, because you've taken the time to now crystallize it and to hone it in to this beautiful abundant frequency of authenticity. This allows you to release this worry, release the frustration, the sleepless nights, you thinking that you haven't done enough, wondering how things are going to happen, how you're going to start manifesting things, how things are going to move forward, worried about the slowness of everything. Spirit saying there's nothing to worry about. You have been doing beautifully. All of this concern is simply because you're so hard on yourself, and you're really you are not allowing the understanding of your eternity, and that there's no rush here, and that things are going to manifest exactly the same time, exactly at the right time, and that and so for some of you at the same time apparently, and that's for you to trust that you, Spirit has got you, your guides have got you, and that which you want to manifest will come true. It's simply going to come through in a way which shocks you. Wheel of Fortune in a bigger and better and a beautiful way, which is really abundant and powerful for you. And here you are receiving truths, here you are receiving clarity, here you are shifting out of this. So this beautiful opportunities, this beautiful energy coming through for you in Libra really shifts you out of this Nine of Swords. So if you have been saying, but I've been trying, I've really been doing, Spirit saying the energies are coming, and you're going to find it a lot easier. You're going to find it a lot easier to center. You're going to find it a lot easier to be clear. So don't worry. You've done so much work, and your guides are here now to assist you by them whispering these truths, by them telling you and awakening you and bringing you to a greater understanding of you. It becomes a lot easier for you to release doubt, to release worry, a lot easier for you to release these old energies, and for you to center into the new frequencies of ease and solitude and abundance and beauty. And with the Wheel of Fortune, oh yes, everything you are creating is simply abundant and beautiful, 10 times more. Jupiter coming in. I was wondering why the Carnelian wanted to come through. The Carnelian here represents Jupiter. I got this Jasper. Hasn't sang to me the energy, but it's a very powerful energy. It feels like very ancient. It feels very, when I was speaking about those very ancient energies from different realms, this Jasper really resonated. And it's interesting because Jaspers can be a bit, I'm just a Jasper. Like, it doesn't really, it's almost unassuming. But goodness packs a punch and then some. So here we go, a Wheel of Fortune, really powerful energies coming through to change everything around to honor you. Here you are as the Magician, number 1, 10, 1, 1, 10, and whatever you are manifesting, everything around changes to honor you. And it's beautiful, it's fortunate, it's magical, it's miraculous. It's a beautiful experience of you finally experiencing your own existence. Let's pull some clarifiers. Pull more tarot. 10 of Swords. Yes, you have been through a lot. We see it with the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. You have been through a lot. And not only in this lifetime, in multiple lifetimes. You have been through a lot. It makes sense why you don't trust. It makes sense why you are jittery in terms of just that. And it's not that you are not strong. You are so strong. It's just that you have been through a lot. Spirit just showed me a visual. Imagine somebody coming through, taking you, tossing you into a washing machine on full max, spin drive, the maximum rotational speed, and then all of a sudden the washing machine's spitting you out. And that's where you are. And you're like, and this is where you are, just pulling yourself together again. And you've been through a lot. And Spirit's saying it's okay. You are being restored. You are being replenished. And energies are coming back to restore you. And soon you're going to stand tall. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel refreshed. You're going to feel renewed. You're going to feel brand new. And you're going to really appreciate that washing machine for clearing up all that other energy, so that you can see exactly how beautiful you are now, that you are now completely squeaky clean in your truth. And now as you now get out of that laundry mat and open the door into the world, it's a very beautiful and tranquil and lovely place. Spirit's giving me a backstory. Interesting. It's as if, imagine before entering the laundry place, it was this chaotic suffering, this hectic, insane world. And then your guide said, go in here. And you came into the laundromat, and then they shoved you into the washing machine. So now it's time for you to open the door to that laundromat again to get out. And that is where you are at. It's like, I don't know, last time I came in here to get away from that, and then the lessons I had to do in that washing machine were intense. So now you want me to go back out there. I don't know if I want to go back in the washing machine, and I don't know if going back out there will in the long run make me have to go back into that washing machine. And Spirit's saying, no, that washing machine is done. That was to clear you from the third dimension to the fifth. You're now entering the fifth dimension. There's a whole new process, and it's time for you to open the door to the laundromat and go out into the world. And trust that now when you open that door, it becomes anew. Ooh, okay, and there we go, the Two of Wands. Here it is. Basically, you opening the door to the laundromat, going through, experiencing a whole new world created within your truth. I was wondering why that visual was so strong. The Two of Wands is right there. Okay. The Hierophant, look at you. You have leveled up, and Spirit's got you. Spirit's saying, oh, you've been doing so well. We have you along the way. You're on your divine path. You've been doing so well. You've been thinking you're a failure while you have literally been, look, absolutely beautiful, completely empowered in your truth, doing things your own way, doing things in a way that honors you. We see you as this beautiful, powerful being, while you keep thinking, oh dear, I haven't done enough. And Spirit's saying you have leveled up so beautifully. Taurus energy here, of course, with the Hierophant. Okay. The King of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful energy. I was just about to say we just need a bit more fire. And of course, you've got the Ace of Wands. Because you've got Earth, water, air here, quite strong with the Queen of Pentacles for Earth. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, the King of Swords for air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, the King of Cups for water, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. A lot of Earth, of course, the Hierophant there coming through for Taurus again. But then now I've got the Ace of Wands here, so some fire energy for you, beautiful Leos, Sagittarians, and Aries. Okay, so yes, you have been through quite an ordeal, because this was when you were not seeing your worth. This was everybody else dictating and deciding your life for you, society, whatever it is that you gave power to. This was all of the energy spinning you down, and so it was a really painful, you've been through a lot. But look at how it's turned around. This is you now, knowing your worth, completely centered within your truth, divine feminine energies. You're open, you're receptive to receiving you. You're no longer running away from yourself. You're no longer betraying yourself by trying to please others. You've completely reclaimed your divinity. And as such, now you're opening up the doors to that laundromat and heading out to the world. You're stepping through your portal, and you're manifesting everything. Whatever you are now co-creating is a manifestation of your dreams, of your wanting. It's beautiful. A whole new world awaits you now, which is resonating with your frequency, with your truth. Beautiful opportunities opening up, beautiful miracles, beautiful blessings. And yes, finally you're feeling empowered. And this Hierophant card really represents how far you have come, how far you've grown, you have evolved, you've leveled up, you've ascended. You're such a powerful being, and you're operating at such a high frequency right now. You're unaware at the high frequency that you're operating in, and that's also why you're feeling everything. You can feel the fear in the earth right now. You can feel people still fearing. You can feel the people who are still co-creating within the control. And that's what also throws you off a bit, simply because it's such a high frequency right now. It's the purest of light. And so you can sense everybody who is diminishing their own light. And so it throws you, because you feel powerful, but then it feels off, and then you feel good, but then it feels off. And Spirit's saying, soon, with these beautiful new energies coming through, you're going to no longer really feel this, the collective energy anymore, not as strongly. Okay, interesting. You're not going to really feel the collective energy so strongly anymore. It's not going to be so intense. You're going to be able to, it's going to be there, but it's not going to be almost like harsh or unpleasant. It's simply going to be there. You're going to be able to observe it more. And Spirit's saying it's not from your lack of grounding. You have been doing so much work, just simply the process of you being reborn in this realm. It's just that initial, what is this? And now that you are almost accustomed to the energies again, it'll feel a lot less intense, and you're going to really understand just how beautiful and powerful and the beautiful work you have been doing. You're really going to be amazed by the level. You are seeing everybody else doing everything in the world, continuing with the lies and the fear, and they're all seemingly going back to a very almost, that very, how can I say, it almost seems that they're going back to a happiness, and you've been doing all this work to really come into this grounding, the centering, and you know that, and you can feel within you that honoring your truth is the frequency, is the way to abundance. But it seems that those who are busy honoring fear, they're the ones who are going back into this almost sense of rightness and sense of things going back to normal, and Spirit saying, no, things can't go back to normal. We are shifting. They're simply remaining behind. They're remaining in that old frequency. They are not ascending. They are electing not to ascend because their soul still needs more lessons in this frequency, while you are going to ascend and shift to a whole new frequency. And Spirit's saying you're going to now see the results of the work you have been doing, and you're going to be very taken aback by the difference within abundance, that what they are settling for by going back and by choosing that which they are used to as a way in which to avoid choosing their soul is really you're going to see the differences between your abundance and your manifestations. It's going to be magical and miraculous. I can't even fathom what I'm reading right now. It's such an interesting energy because I'm also learning and getting used to this frequency. So but this is what I'm receiving, and it feels really, really good, because here you are, your divine masculine energies of the King of Swords and the King of Cups. You are in harmony here. You are receiving that which aligns to the love of you. You're taking action within that which aligns to the love of you here. You are centered. You're in your truth, and not only within it's a beautiful balance. This is you completely intuitive. Your emotions aren't taking control and misleading you. and your mind isn't taking control and directing you. There is a beautiful harmony here in your heart space. Your heart chakra is open, and you're receiving from your higher self. You're receiving from your truth, and you are feeling your way to your manifestations, and not in this is clear intuition work. This is third eye being open. This is you co-creating through soul, freely, fluidly. You're simply just I see you just flowing through this beautiful life experience, and things simply just honoring you in such a seamless way, because you have mastered the art of releasing the mind and allowing your brain to translate the vibrations of your soul into thoughts, thus honoring the truth of you, thus honoring the feelings guiding you to you. You are so... Your solar plexus is healed and is no longer betraying your truth. The sun energy is finally in its clarity. The sun is revealing the truth of you. There's no need for the darkness now to show you the absence of light for you to learn the light. The light is now reflecting the light, and you, with the divine feminine, you have awakened the darkness to now be formless, to be limitless, to be the unknowable. You're no longer fixed and defined love. Love is now finally unconditional and flowing and becoming. And so now both dark and light are truly the dance of love. Both the moon and the sun are truly now in harmony. The moon has been reclaimed within its divine essence. The sun has been healed within divine grace. Oh, how beautiful. And this brings through such a powerful harmony with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. Look, everything that's offered to you, everything that you're doing, everything that you're inspired to, everything you're taking intuitive action on, whatever course you're studying, whatever creative endeavor you're trying, whatever job whatever it is you are wanting to do, you're passionate about it, you are fired up about it, and it results in good fortune. It's just you're having the time of your life. These next couple of months, really abundant, really beautiful, really open. There's a great shift up ahead this Libra season, and again, you are really going to be taken aback by this plot twist. That's the best way I can say it. It's a plot twist. It is one of my friends, a beautiful healer by the name of Oliver, and a beautiful illustrator, Cancerian, a beautiful soul. He says, whenever I speak to him, he says that he keeps feeling like we're in this movie and we keep thinking the bad guys are going to win, and at the end, the last 10 minutes, boom, the good guys come in and we win. And I said, this is literally what it feels like. It literally feels like there's a huge plot twist, there's a huge reversal of energy, which we have been feeling, we have been sensing, but we have not really understood how it's going to actually manifest. And in this Libra season, we're going to start seeing it unfold. And by the end of the rest of the year, it's just going to be dynamic. And by 2022, goodness, that's the year of balance, 222, harmony, because it makes a 6, boom, you are simply just shining. And everybody else who has elected to remain in the realm of fear will then I don't know I can't actually feel what they shift to, but it's not a lesser than, it's simply where they need to be for them to learn their lessons. So it's really important for you not to really take into account what other people are doing. Don't be angry, don't be upset. Understand, we came here to assist Earth and humans raise their frequency. Not all of them will be ready to do so. And when we ascend, when we leave this earth mission, when we've completed our earth missions and we go, not all humans will have awakened. It's important for you to understand we came here to open up the doors to the higher realm, not to diminish this realm. There's nothing wrong with the third dimension. It's a realm of control and domination. It's just how it is. It's just that humans were trapped here. They did not understand there's more. We just came here to be the light, to open up the doors to more. And as we then live our truth, we ascend to those more realms and those doors. As we ascend and we then anchor in those realities here on earth, then humans have a sense of them, and then they can walk through the doors. We simply came here to return the spectrum of dimensions, the spectrum of energy, because it was contained. It wasn't open. Somebody had put a lid on the jar. We just came here to open up the lid, and those humans who want to can go out. Those who don't can remain in. We're eternal. It's up to you to decide whether you're going to live an eternity in suffering or an eternity in love. Either way, it's your lesson. Either way, it's love unfolding. Either way, it's universe. Either way, it's source. Either way, it's all. Either way, it's love. Okay. Wow. This Jasper packs a punch, and that is a very powerful Libra season reading. I will leave you with that. Blessed be.